Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your game by subscribing to our channel so you never miss our daily content. For exclusive access to our premium betting picks, join our Patreon. Find the link in the comments section below. Stay ahead with High Stakes. Los Angeles Sparks versus Washington Mystics. One rule of thumb that I love to use when betting is when there are two awful teams like the Los Angeles Sparks and the Washington Mystics, take the team getting the points. The net ratings for both of these teams are not great, but they are close to one another as Los Angeles is currently 11th with a -9.1 net rating this season, while Washington is 10th with a -6.5 net rating. These two teams have been able to play each other closely as they have each scored 150 total points in the first two head-to-head games this year. All in all, go with the Los Angeles Sparks getting 5.5 points to cover the spread. Two bad offenses do not typically score points at a great level. The offensive ratings are poor throughout the season as the Sparks are 11th with a 96.1 offensive rating while the Mystics are 10th with a 97.1 offensive rating so far. These offenses have been feeling the brunt of that struggle lately with Los Angeles, averaging just 66.0 points in their last two games while Washington is scoring 76.0 points in their previous three games. Go with under 161.5 points in this game as the better bet for this game. Phoenix Mercury versus Atlanta Dream. The Phoenix Mercury are playing well this year but are coming off a 72-63 road loss against the Atlanta Dream. The Mercury were not able to shoot the basketball well as they were 24 of 61, 39.3% from the field, 6 of 19, 31.6% from distance, and 10 trips to the free throw line. Guard Kalia Copper had a good game as in 34 minutes she posted 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. The Mercury played well defensively as they allowed the Dream to have a shooting split of 34.2/29.0/81.3 in the game. The Phoenix Mercury in their most recent game. The team did not play well offensively as they finished shooting 25 of 73, 34.2% from the field, 9 of 31, 29% from beyond the arc, and attempted 16 free throws. Guard Alisha Gray was able to dominate as she finished with 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in 33 minutes. Their defense did an okay job as the Mercury were able to shoot 24 of 61, 39.3% overall, 6 of 19, 31.6% from 3, and allowed 10 free throws. Atlanta can get on a hot streak if they want to step up in the second half of the year. The Atlanta Dream have been a terrible offensive team throughout the season as they are last in the sport with 75.6 points per game. They are 12th in shooting percentage, 44.1, and 10th in three-point percentage, 30.4, up to this point. Defensively, they are 5th in points allowed, 80.1, and 3rd in total rebounds per game, 35.7. If this team can continue to improve offensively, they will be in a good position to win. There is a significant difference between these offenses as of late as the Mercury are averaging 83.8 points in their last 5 games while the Dream are scoring 76.0 points in their previous 6 games. Diving into the net ratings thus far, Phoenix is 6th with a -1.8 net rating while Atlanta is 9th with a -5.5 net rating up to this point. All in all, go with the Phoenix Mercury to cover the spread. These defenses have been stepping up lately as Phoenix is giving up 75.8 points in their last 4 games while Atlanta is allowing 71.3 points in their previous 3 games played. Both teams are also playing at a methodical pace throughout the regular season as the Mercury are 9th with a 96.29 pace, while the Dream are right behind them in 10th place with a 95.78 pace so far. Go with under 163.5 points in this game as the better bet here. Chicago Sky versus Connecticut Sun. The Connecticut Sun are one of the best teams in all of the WNBA while the Chicago Sky have been attempting to get above .500 this season, so there is a bit of a gap. When diving into how each team has been playing throughout the regular season, there is a gap larger than the spread. The Chicago Sky are 7th in women's basketball with a -3.8 net rating so far, while the Connecticut Sun are 3rd in the WNBA with an 8.2 net rating up to this point. The true shooting percentage is a way to weigh the shot attempts differently and gives teams a chance to see how truly effective they are playing offensively. The Sky are ranked last in the entire league with just a 49.1 true shooting percentage this season, while the Sun are 7th with a 52.8 true shooting percentage so far this year. All in all, go with the Connecticut Sun to win by double digits inside their building. These two teams have been focused and locked in on the defensive side of the court, and that has been evident. These offenses have been underperforming throughout the last handful of games, as the Sky are scoring 74.3 points in their last 3 games, while the Sun are averaging 80.5 points during their previous 4 games. Throughout the course of the season, they have been doing a great job of limiting the amount of threes made against them, as Chicago is 6th in the sport with a 32.8 opposing three-point percentage, while Connecticut is 2nd in women's basketball with a 30.9 three-point percentage against so far. While they are doing well defending them, these two teams are not shooting them at a consistent rate, as the Sky are 11th in the WNBA with just a 30.1 percentage from beyond the arc, while the Sun are 8th with a 32.1 team three-point percentage. Go with under 155.5 total points to be scored in this game as the better bet for this game. Las Vegas Aces versus Minnesota Lynx. The Las Vegas Aces are playing well so far this season and need to continue playing well as the season continues. The Aces have been dominant offensively, as the team is averaging 87.8 points per game while connecting on 45.3% of their shots. This Las Vegas team is shooting the three at a strong rate, as well as they are connecting on 35.2% from deep. The Mercury have been doing a great job at the charity stripe, as they have a team free throw percentage of 83.6. With center Aya Wilson's 26.9 points, 11.9 rebounds, 2.0 steals, and 2.7 blocks per game, she can continue to lead the Las Vegas Aces with her MVP season. The defense has been performing on an average level for the Aces, as they are the 7th on defense, giving up 83.0 points per game. This team has the offense to keep them in games and need to figure out how to play a more consistent brand of defense to get going as the season progresses. The Minnesota Lynx have been playing incredibly up to this point of the season and figuring out ways to win games, as they have done so recently with a 4-game winning streak. They are coming off a 98-87 road win against the Las Vegas Aces in their most recent game. Their offense is 6th in the WNBA with 82.3 points per game and shooting 44.5% as a team. They are shooting very well in the other aspects, with 39% from 3 and 78.1% from the charity stripe. With forward Nafisa Collier's 20.4 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 2.1 steals this season, the Lynx have some quality talent to be competitive in this game. The Minnesota Lynx have been doing dominantly throughout the season on the defensive side of things, as they are 2nd in the league with 75.5 points per game given up. If they continue to control both sides of the floor, they will be able to pick up more wins and climb up the Western Conference standings. The spread is so low to the point we are just selecting the winner, and the Minnesota Lynx won by 11 points on the road 48 hours ago against the Las Vegas Aces. Neither team is excelling, but there is a gap in the offensive rebounding category, as the Aces are ranked last with just 5.8 offensive rebounds per game, while the Lynx are 8th in the sport with 7.4 offensive rebounds per game up to this point. The net ratings throughout the season show there is a gap as well, with Las Vegas being ranked 5th in the WNBA with a 5.6 net rating, while Minnesota is 2nd in the entire sport with an 8.5 net rating, which is more than the 1.5 point spread that we see in this game as well. Go with the Minnesota Lynx to win this game, as they are the better team. This total may look daunting, but they should be able to get to that total relatively easily. In the last 2 games between the Minnesota Lynx and the Las Vegas Aces, these teams are combined to average 185.5 total points. Throughout the regular season, These teams are shooting extremely well from beyond the arc, as the Aces are third in the WNBA with a 35.23-point percentage, while the Lynx are best in women's basketball with a dominant 39.0 percentage from distance. When diving into how these offenses have been producing throughout the last handful of games, you can see why the over is the better bet, as Las Vegas is scoring 83.0 points in their last 5 games, while Minnesota is averaging 90.5 points during their previous 4 games. All in all, go with over 168.5 points in this game as the better bet to make.